Ever pondered about what people don't usually Google? We live in an age where information is just a few keystrokes away. Google, the ubiquitous search engine, has become our go-to source for answers, from mundane trivia to profound queries. And yet, there's a vast expanse of knowledge that remains largely unexplored, unsearched, and ungoogled. Picture an iceberg. The tip represents the frequently searched topics, the latest celebrity gossip, movie reviews, or how-to guides. But what about the submerged part, the larger hidden mass beneath the surface? That's the unsearched universe of Google, teeming with subjects, facts, and phenomena that rarely see the light of the search bar. We're not talking about obscure academic topics or classified information. No, we're referring to the everyday yet extraordinary, the overlooked yet fascinating. What's the least inhabited place on Earth? What happened in history that we've forgotten? What's the weirdest animal fact you've never heard of? These are the intriguing questions that seldom find their way into Google's search box. Why? Perhaps because they aren't immediately relevant to our daily lives, or maybe because we don't even realize we want to know them until they're brought to our attention. But that's where the magic lies, in the unexpected, the surprising, the enlightening. In this video, we'll be venturing into this uncharted territory, uncovering the lesser-known facets of our world. We'll be navigating through the intriguing, the peculiar, and the downright strange. We're not just going to skim the surface. We're going to dive deep, exploring subjects in a list format that you might not have thought to Google, but will undoubtedly find captivating. So prepare yourself for a journey of discovery, for an expedition into the depths of the unsearched universe of Google. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on an adventure that defies the conventional, that challenges the familiar, and that promises to be anything but ordinary. So let's dive into the uncharted territories of Google search. First on the list, unusual animal facts. Now, who could resist the charm of the animal kingdom with its mind-boggling diversity and almost unbelievable quirks? Let's dive into a few of these lesser-known gems. Did you know that a snail can sleep for 3 years? Yes, you heard that right, 3 long years of uninterrupted slumber. The common garden snail in particular is known for this deep sleep, a survival strategy they employ during periods when the weather isn't quite up to their liking. So next time you see a stationary snail, it might just be in the middle of a multi-year snooze. And then there's the shrimp, a creature with its heart in the right place, quite literally. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. This fascinating placement is due to the shrimp's compact body design. But don't worry, it doesn't make them any less romantic. Now let's talk about the star-nosed mole. This creature has the quickest hunting skills in the entire animal kingdom. It can detect, catch, and eat its prey in just a fraction of a second, 22 milliseconds to be exact. That's faster than the human eye can even blink. And speaking of fast, let's not forget the peregrine falcon, the speed demon of the skies. These birds have been clocked diving at speeds of over 200 miles per hour. That's faster than most sports cars. Then we have the honey badger, the world's most fearless creature. They've been known to chase away lions, fight off bee swarms, and even withstand venomous snake bites. Talk about bravery. Lastly, let's marvel at the immortal jellyfish. This amazing creature can revert its cells back to their earliest form and grow anew, essentially granting it an endless life cycle. Imagine being able to start over every time things got tough. So there you have it, a quick tour through some of the animal kingdom's most unusual facts. Next time you're bored, why not look up some unusual animal facts? Next up, the world's least inhabited places. Let's journey to the corners of the Earth that are less frequented by human footprints. Our first stop is the Pitcairn Islands. Nestled in the southern Pacific Ocean, this British overseas territory is home to a mere 50 inhabitants. The island's isolation and challenging access, requiring a 32-hour boat ride from New Zealand, contribute to their limited population. Despite the solitude, life here is far from dull. The inhabitants lead a self-sufficient lifestyle, farming and fishing while embracing their Polynesian heritage. Our next destination is Tristan da Cunha, an archipelago located in the South Atlantic Ocean. Considered the most remote inhabited place on Earth, it's home to just under 300 inhabitants. The island's isolation is so profound that mail only arrives a handful of times a year. Life here is communal, with everyone contributing to farming and crafting. The island even has its own unique dialect, a mix of English, Dutch, and Italian. Venturing north, we find ourselves in the frozen expanse of Alert Nunavut, the northernmost permanently inhabited place on Earth. With a population of less than 10, this Canadian outpost experiences extreme weather conditions, with temperatures dipping down to -40 degrees Celsius in winter. Despite the harsh climate, the inhabitants, mostly military and scientific personnel, carry out crucial environmental and communication research. Lastly, we journey to Mongolia, the least densely populated country on Earth. With vast landscapes stretching out over 3 million square kilometers, Mongolia's population density is approximately 2 people per square kilometer. The nomadic lifestyle is deeply rooted here, with many Mongolians still living in traditional jurs and herding livestock. So why are these places so sparsely populated? The reasons vary from geographical isolation and harsh weather conditions to a preference for a simpler, self-reliant lifestyle. But these places offer something unique, a chance to experience life far removed from the hustle and bustle of the modern world. Feeling adventurous? These places might just be the perfect getaway. Fourth on our list, forgotten historical events. It's time to delve into the dusty corners of the past, bringing to light some lesser-known yet impactful events. Let's start with a conflict that sounds more like a feud in a children's book than a historical war. Have you ever heard of the War of Jenkins' Ear? Yes, you heard it right. This is a real event that took place in the mid-18th century. The war began over a dispute between Britain and Spain about maritime trading rights, sparked by the infamous incident where a British captain, Robert Jenkins, had his ear severed by Spanish coast guards. Despite its unusual name, this war had a significant impact on the geopolitics of the era, leading to the broader War of Austrian Succession. Next, we have the Pig War, another event with an amusing name but serious implications. It occurred between the United States and the British Empire in the mid-19th century. The conflict, which surprisingly did not result in any human casualties, was ignited by the shooting of a pig on the border of the U.S. and British claimed territories near the San Juan Islands. This event, albeit forgotten by many, had a lasting impact on the territorial boundaries between the U.S. and Canada. Why have these events been forgotten? Well, it could be due to their peculiar names, overshadowed by larger, more dramatic events, or simply lost in the vast sea of history. However, these events, like many others, played a crucial role in shaping the world as we know it today. Moreover, their obscurity teaches us a valuable lesson about history. It's not always the grand, well-documented events that have the most significant impact. Sometimes it's the small, seemingly insignificant incidents that lead to profound changes. History is full of forgotten stories. Perhaps it's time to uncover them. We've covered a lot of ground today, from unusual animal facts to the world's least inhabited places and forgotten historical events. We've journeyed through the vast universe of Google's unsearched content, uncovering gems of knowledge that typically remain hidden in the shadows of the internet. We started with the animal kingdom, revealing peculiar facts that challenge our perception of the natural world. Who knew that a star-nosed mole could eat worms faster than the human eye can follow? Or that the mantis shrimp holds the title for the fastest punch in the animal kingdom? These are not your everyday trivia, and yet they're rarely sought out in our daily Google searches. Next, we ventured into the world's least inhabited places, each with its own unique charm and mystery. From the frosty expanses of Antarctica to the isolated islands of Tristan da Cunha, we discovered places where silence truly is golden. These remote corners of the world, despite their beauty and intrigue, often remain unexplored in our online quest for information. Our journey then took us back in time to forgotten historical events that have shaped our world in unimaginable ways. We delved into the forgotten War of Acre, a conflict over a seemingly insignificant piece of land that, unbeknownst to many, played a pivotal role in shaping the Middle East. Such monumental moments in history often go unsearched, lost in the sea of more popular historical narratives. So, what does this all mean? In the vast expanse of the internet, there is a wealth of knowledge that goes unnoticed and unsearched. It's a reminder to let curiosity be our guide, to venture beyond the usual search queries and explore the uncharted territories of knowledge. Remember, There's a world of knowledge out there, just waiting to be discovered. So next time you're on Google, why not dive into the uncharted territories?